Hey, you're watching Velo News TV. I'm Neil Rogers here with Slipstream Chipotle's Danny Pate following Stage 5 into Dahlonega, the Tour de Georgia. Danny, talk about the day. Probably the hardest day of the race. High Road's got the leader's jersey. I know Astana was riding the front as well. Talk about what you saw at the front of the peloton.
Yeah, today was definitely hard. For the bulk of their guys, today might be harder than tomorrow because, only the best guy is going to be trying to go full out up the hill tomorrow. Tomorrow's the more decisive day on GC, but today being 218K and it was just kind of hard all day. It was a pretty hard day today. So it was hot too. Yeah.
And so talk a little bit about the dynamics in terms of who's bringing that break back. I mean, it seems like High Road at the front, but Astana, even though they haven't had the race lead the whole week, it seems like they're pretty interested in keeping things under control. And where does Slipstream fit into that?
Yeah, the whole dynamics today was kind of the same as the whole week. It's kind of in the beginning of the race, High Road, us, and Astana are all kind of racing each other to make sure there's not one of the other team in the break, and then we all kind of work together and argue, but work together, and then argue, and then work together, and then catch the break. So that's kind of the same thing that happened today. So in the end, Astana probably, well, I don't know, High Road and Astana probably did a little more work than us today, but it really was their more responsibility. But kind of all, helped a little bit because none of us had a guy in the break, and in the end we were all trying to go for the win there up the climb. So we had a couple of good climbers there, so I thought we could sling one of them up the road, but that didn't work out. So
your name was a name that was being mentioned a bit before the start as a guy who might get into the break. I remember this stage a few years back, you making that solo move, almost stayed away and got caught with just a few K left before Dahlonega. Was that something you were thinking about going into the stage?
Definitely, I was looking for the break. But like I was saying about the whole dynamic of the race, it was kind of like because I'm only 22 seconds down, so
they're not going to let
they didn't want to let me go, and the same as we didn't want to let any of the Astana guys go or any of the High Road go because it's a long stage, and then if one of those guys is up the road, then they're not going to pull it all. So I tried a lot, but it always got shut down.
Yeah. All right. Thanks for the time, Danny.
Sure. Thanks.